you, but Stranger Things has been absolutely blown up my For You page. I think it's safe to say that everybody is so excited for season 5 coming out. From like Stranger Things themed snack bar to like demogorgon pizzas. Honestly, everybody's like going all out for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually here for it. So I thought today we would try some of the most viral Stranger Things TikTok, and I want to do the super simple recipes that you can make at home, just in case you want to make it at home and have an absolute feast while watching the new season of Stranger Things. I have seen these Chips Ahoy cookies absolutely everywhere, but just imagine how disappointed I've been when I've looked in every single shop imaginable and I cannot find them anywhere. If you want to try them and you can't seem to find them anywhere either, then I'm going to show you like a little dupe of how to make them. So we're just going to start with about 30 grams of butter, and then to that we're just going to add 45 grams of brown sugar, and then you just want to cream that butter and sugar together. So to that we're just going to add 1 egg yolk, then we're going to put in about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, a little pinch of salt, 15 grams of cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Then you just want to mix that all together, and then we're going to add in the flour, and then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of flour. So you just want to mix that all together and bring it to like a cookie, obviously a cookie dough, because making cookies. So you just want to bring that all together so it makes a cookie dough. Just want to go in with 75 grams of chocolate, and then again just give it a really good mix. That's good, but also be careful eating raw cookie dough because it's not actually good for you. Oh, scraping the teeth on the wood felt a bit weird though. Okay, so now we've got the cookie dough. I'm just gonna take a baking sheet, roll the sleeves up. So I'm gonna take that dough, I'm gonna separate it into 2 cookies, and then we're just gonna roll it and make into a giant ball shape. I'm just gonna flatten them down a little bit, but I'm just gonna move these over to the side, and we're gonna get started on that strawberry filling. So I'm just gonna take a couple tablespoons of cream cheese, and then I'm gonna take some strawberry jam, maybe like 1 really heaped tablespoon. Then we're just gonna mix that together. Ooh, that is nice. I'm just gonna take a baking sheet. We're gonna take 2 big tablespoons. It doesn't look very appetizing, but I promise you it will be nice. So I'm just gonna pop this in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes just so it firms up. So I've got the cheesecake filling back out. So I'm gonna take the cookie dough, just gonna pop it in the middle, and then you're just gonna mold that cookie dough around. Now I'm just gonna stick this back in the fridge for an hour so that everything firms up. Then I'm gonna bake them in the oven at 180 for 12 to 14 minutes. And oh my goodness, please look at this. Honestly, I think I've done well with that one. It is incredible. With is a demogorgon pizza. Now this one has millions of views. I think this one specifically has about 3.3 million views. Oh my goodness. I like this one because it brings 2 things together. It brings the demogorgon from Stranger Things, but it also brings the Surfer Boys pizza. I'm just gonna start off with like, I'm gonna try and go for more of a circle shape just to make it a bit easier. You'd think I've never seen a circle in my life because that is definitely not a circle. Right, so she puts the lines going down into the middle, but not all the way. 2, 3, 4. That is definitely anything but even. You're just going to take the side and you're just going to roll it in. And I think just like pinch it together at the top. So then I'm just going to repeat the same for the rest of it. So next she just sticks on some passata or some marinara and just spreads that all about. Then they add some cheese. I'm going to add some fresh mozzarella. I know they add shredded. I don't really think it matters. But first we're going to check for poison. I've just realised she actually puts some herbs down first, so I'm just going to add a little bit of basil. Then we're just going to layer on top all of that mozzarella. Okay, so this is where the Surfer Boy pizza bit comes in, because we're going to make a Hawaiian pizza. I'm just going to pop on a few bits of ham, and then we're going to add in some pineapple, and of course it has to be tinned because everything is fresh apart from the pineapple.
Surfer Boy Pizza, this is Argyle speaking. We make everything fresh here at Surfer Boy except for our pineapple, which comes from a can. But I still highly recommend slapping some juicy pineapple on your pie.
I'm an advocate for pineapple on pizza. I love anything like sweet and salty. I'm just gonna layer on a couple of pieces of pineapple. Oh my giddy Aunt Gladys, that looks so good. I don't know how a demogorgon can possibly be cute, but that's actually cute. I'm just gonna stick it in the oven to bake about 180 for what, 12 minutes? Oh my goodness, look at that. It looks so incredible. Okay, so this next one with 1 million views is probably the easiest out of them all, and that is these chocolate strawberry demogorgons. Wait a minute, that actually looks pretty familiar. Right, that's right. because it's me. For something so simple, these absolutely popped off. If you didn't want to use strawberries, you could use figs. Figs would look amazing with all the little seeds in, would look like little teeth anyway. So I'm just going to take some strawberries that I've halved, and I'm going to make it even easier. I've just put a full bar of chocolate in some warm water to melt down. So just like the video, I'm going to, oh shoot, it come out the other side. Just like in the video, I'm just going to put some chocolate in a star shape. Then we're just going to take some strawberries and we're going to layer them on top. We've got our like base to our demogorgons. I've got some more chocolate. I'm literally just going to use that white chocolate just to dab around the outside to make it look like teeth. I'm going to stick these in the fridge to harden up for probably like, what, 10 minutes? They really don't take long at all because it's only a thin layer of chocolate. And how cute are these? I don't know why I keep calling them cute because they're demogorgons and demodogs, but she cute. Now all that was some thirsty work, and we can't have a Stranger Things movie without some sort of drink. Now it looks like Coke may be a sponsor for Stranger Things. I don't actually know, but I'm guessing so because it just pops up everywhere. We've also not yet had anything to do with Scoops Ahoy. So I thought what better than a Coke float. I'm gonna start off with a can of Coke. Now I know what you're thinking, a boring old Coke float, but we're gonna like jazz it up a little bit. So we've got our Coke and we've got our scoop of ice cream from Scoops Ahoy. Just pop that in the top. So to make it more Stranger Things, we're gonna add a couple more elements. If anybody's seen the waffles that Hopper makes for Elles, he absolutely drenches it in cream. And we're also going to add some strawberry sauce. And then one thing that I did manage to get was these Stranger Things marshmallows. The one that we're going to use is Max. Honestly, these were like £1 each and they look so good. And we're literally just going to pop her on top. She's going to be the little crowning glory on our Scoops Ahoy Coke float. It looks so good. That is really, really good. Now I was just going to leave it at that, but I feel like we haven't done Scoops Ahoy justice. I feel like we need to do one extra recipe just to push this movie night a little bit further. So we're going to do a Scoops Ahoy mixed with like Elles waffles. I'm just going to take a couple of scoops of just plain vanilla ice cream, use whatever flavour you want, and then Hopper layers it with cream, some chocolate chips, some jelly beans, and then I did want to do strooper waffles because I thought they would be perfect in this. I couldn't find any, so we've just got like regular wafers. But that's just going to add that crunch. Plus they've also got that like waffly texture. And you also get a waffle in scoops. And then we're going to top the whole thing off with some strawberry sauce. I know it's so simple, but listen, that is literally Elles waffles but in ice cream form. Do you know what? That is just like strangely so nostalgic and incredibly delicious. I'm about to go and get my boys and we're gonna have the best Stranger Things movie night. Comment down below and let me know if you've tried any of these recipes. I hope you have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one.